I read many philosophical texts, everything from Plato to Baudrillard and many others. And additionally, I've read many of the classics. But to me, the Brother Karamazov stands out as the supreme work in everything I've ever read. It's my top work. And the Brothers Karamazov has also been said to be the best philosophical novel that's ever been written. And within this novel, this dialogue, in my opinion, between Ivan and his brother Alyosha stands supreme above all other texts and dialogues. Why I found this part of the text so riveting and moving is that Dostoevsky, through Ivan, presents, in my opinion, the most powerful argument criticizing God and religion put forth in any text. The kernel of Ivan's argument really rests on this problem of human evil and suffering. Ivan explores this to its limit point, and he takes the suffering of children to be the point of his argument. Because in his opinion, if this holds, then the rest of his argument applies to all of humanity as well. I quote here, "I was going to speak of the suffering of mankind in general, but let us rather concentrate on the suffering of children." And then additionally, Ivan also says, "And for another thing, I refrain from talking about grown-ups because, in addition to the fact that they are loathsome and do not deserve love, they also have a requital for that they have eaten of the apple and have grown aware of good and evil and become as gods." And I quote Ivan here, "He hunted him down in front of his mother, and the dogs tore the child to little shreds." Ivan says, "And so I decline the offer of eternal harmony altogether. It is not worth one single small tear of even one tortured little child that beats its breast with its little fist and prayed in its foul-smelling dog-hole with its unredeemed tears addressed to dear Father God." And this is basically the argument that Ivan puts forth in its entirety, critiquing God and the religious plan of salvation. In my opinion, it's one of the strongest arguments because Ivan is saying a much more frightening thing. He's saying, fine, let God exist, permit God to exist. But he says, if God really did exist, what kind of God would it be that would allow such human suffering and sacrifices to occur just for the sake of this religious salvation? He's saying, maybe it is beyond our understanding, but as our limited and finite human minds, I reject this whole program and plan that's been put in place.